How's it going, metalheads? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing metal bands that are from Hawaii, actually. If you don't know already, I'm in spring break on vacation in Hawaii, so I thought, to get in the spirit a little bit, we'd talk about some bands from Hawaii because there aren't too many, and it was really fun doing research for this video, actually. So to start off, probably the most famous band from Hawaii is actually called Hawaii. They were formed under the name Vixen by Marty Friedman when he moved to Honolulu, which is the capital of Hawaii, in the early 1980s. He had already had a record deal with Shrapnel Records, so he teamed up with vocalist and bassist Gary St. Pierre and drummer Jeff Graves to record 1984's One Nation Underground. So that was their first album, their debut album. They had some lineup changes in 1985 and also an EP called Loud, Wild, and Heavy. And then the band expanded to a 5-piece in 1985 to record The Natives Are Restless, which is their final album. Shortly after the release of this album, Marty Friedman dissolved the band and moved back to California, where he later found success in Cacophony and also Megadeth, if you don't know who he is. He played on Rust in Peace for Megadeth and stuff like that, and Countdown to Extinction. So he was really cool. I thought that was interesting. I didn't know he was part of the Hawaii scene. Probably the next famous band from Hawaii, or semi-famous, is Sacred Right. They formed in 1979, and they went by many names before settling on that name in 1983. They released a self-titled album in 1984, The Ritual in 1985, and Nothing is Sacred in 1986, or Is Nothing Sacred, sorry, in 1986. And after the mild success of those albums, they moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to hopefully find better success in the mainland. Those dreams were short-lived, though, and they dissolved in 1989. However, they did reform and release another album in 2007 called The Resurrection, or Resurrection. So that's kind of interesting. The next one we're going to talk about, the next band we're going to talk about is Gutter. They're a 3-piece groove metal band from the tiny island of Lanai, Hawaii. They're fronted by Frank Walls, who was the former vocalist for Cleveland grindcore act Embalmed. They released a bunch of singles during the pandemic from 2020, 2021 or so, but then they got put on hold due to members relocating. So that's kind of interesting. The next band we're going to talk about is Lone Shark. Lone Shark is a really small death metal band here from Hawaii, from Honolulu. They released their debut album, Or High Water, in 2023, and that's all we really know about this band, so that's kind of interesting. It's a good album, though. Go check it out. The next band we're going to talk about is Verlust. Verlust is a solo black metal project. Sorry for background noise, by the way. I'm just on my deck right now. It's a solo black metal project from Honolulu, formed in 2020. The leader, who's known as Jay, has released an EP and 2 full-length albums, the most recent of which being 2023's Hymns to Oblivion. Pretty good black metal, if you like black metal. The next band we're going to talk about is Elliptic. They're a 4-piece progressive metal band from Volcano, Hawaii. They released an album called Evolve or Die in 2016. It's decent. And the last band we're going to talk about today is Crucible. They're a 4-piece sludge metal band from Honolulu. They're rumored to be split up as there have been no new releases since 2006. However, they did release 3 full-length albums between 1998 and 2006 entitled Unshattered, Souls Worn Thin, and Scars of the Hardened. Those are some bands from Hawaii you should check out. I'm having a fun time here. And let me know what you guys thought of the video. Sorry for the background noise. Like I said, it's kind of loud here, but have a nice day. Hope everyone's doing well. See ya.